But please start by telling me the name of the police department and if you know it, the name of the officer.
Okay, it's Decatur, Alabama, the city of Decatur Police Department, and the officer is James Harton, Harton.
Okay. And what did the officer do that caused you grounds for complaint?
Um, he also bought a business from me. The name of the business is called Sunset Tan, and there's about 8 locations with 50 employees, and the majority of these people are friends of mine or people that used to work for me, and he sent out several emails to them. Really, it's called libel, I think, when you write it down. But the one thing that he did that I felt like, obviously he can, as a police officer, he can libel someone, and that really, I guess, I'm not sure, doesn't, affect him with his police department, even though I really think it should. They should.
Well, if he said something against you that's untrue and made it public, it really depends on what he said. Can you tell me what he said about you and how he presented that information?
Sure. Basically in one email to all the employees, he's trying to, make me look like a liar. And he said Michael Chun had been bragging, which of course that's me, about going to court and defending some of his traffic tickets. And he said, I looked all of them up, and he was found guilty on every single one. And that's obviously not true, and that's real easy to, validate, obviously, by just pulling the record. But as a police officer, obviously they have access to all that information, but I just felt like, well, he shouldn't be, one, telling people or telling my friends that, and number two, he shouldn't be telling them, especially when it's not true.
Okay, let me stop you there. I do think you have grounds for a complaint. Initially, I was about to tell you no, you don't, because you started off a little vague, and I was thinking you didn't have anything. But I can tell you two things. You just hit it on the head. If he accessed records that are within the province of the police department in order to smear you in a private matter, that's inappropriate conduct. It's unprofessional conduct, and it may even be a violation of the law, depending on what records he accessed to do that. Okay, so you certainly have grounds for a complaint. Now, did he release this because he's having a problem with you or some sort of a fight, or did he just do it for no reason at all?
I've got a lawsuit against him because he owes me about $72,000 when he bought the business. Actually now he owes just over $100,000, I guess. When he bought the business, failed to make payment, and basically when he sent this email out, he was justifying why he was having to lay off the people. He said because I had just named a lot of different things against me, and then I responded to his email. Never said anything about him. I just addressed all of these statements that he had made.
Well, let me go over the situation so I understand it clearly. So you owned a business. What does the business actually do? What services performed?
Tanning. It's tanning.
Okay, so it's a tanning salon, a series of tanning salons.
Right.
Okay,
A chain of them.
all right, and he bought the business from you for a particular price, failed to make payment, and then you guys ended in a legal dispute where you were suing him, correct?
Correct.
And as a result of that private lawsuit between you and he then started to comment about you to the employees as he was terminating them. In terms of explaining why he was terminating them, he was disparaging you and using information he was obtaining through the police department.
Correct.
Okay, you have a complaint. I can tell you that right now. And we can assist you with that. Based on what you've told me so far, you certainly have an unprofessional conduct complaint. you may have a violation of state or federal law, depending on, again, how he accessed the records, whether or not he was authorized to do so, and at a minimum, releasing that information publicly to attack you for a personal matter is going to be a problem for him.